We're ready to roll, right? First thing I want to address real quick is the number one philosophy in the sport of wrestling or life, no matter what age you are, is having a good feel or a good feeling about where you're at now and where you're going. So where you're at now and then where you're going. So present and future. And that's pretty healthy. If you think in those terms, that's a pretty healthy philosophy to live by, to compete by, to train by. It gets you through a lot of ups and downs, and it actually keeps you out of the rut. If you do get in these low areas in your life, which everybody goes through, not saying that it's depression or anything along those lines, but you start to get to there, you just keep that perspective that I work hard today to get ready for tomorrow. And it's a biblical, timeless principle. It's something that we talk about to our athletes every day here, and that is that you don't let a day go by without getting better in your life, in your wrestling, in your school, in your personal relationships, so on and so forth. And when you do that every day, you start to build these habits that start to manifest themselves or multiply on top of each other. And then as you get older and more mature, you handle things coming down the pipe at you that might derail most people or a lot of people, but because you've handled things your whole life or you've made yourself handle things, when bad things come down the pipe, fighting for your marriage, fighting for your kids, if your kids are doing things that they shouldn't be doing, you're handling that at the highest level and getting the best result out of it. People make mistakes. The idea is to recover from those mistakes as quickly and as effectively as possible. And that's what the sport of wrestling teaches. So that's the first thing, is that philosophy that we want to feel good where we're at now, and we want to feel good about the future. And also, we don't let a day go by without working hard on our life, on our wrestling, and that's a Gable principle as well. I call it a biblical, timeless principle, but it's a Gable principle as well. And you could even say that, maybe you compare him to a supernatural power, even though that might be borderline crazy. But he does have an overriding principle of being great in life. So that's the first thing. Second thing is we already got some questions rolling in. We've had 4 questions, and actually one of the questions dealt with some dummy work, and that's actually what I was going to start with here. And I'm just going to go through some dummy drills. One of the questions we had was dealing with dummies, and that's actually what I was going to start with technically in skills in wrestling. And what you got to realize is that you don't need much in wrestling to work on getting better every day, whether you have a brother or not. I was real fortunate having a twin brother, having people in my community that would help us, but you really don't need much, and you actually don't need a dummy either. And I'll actually go off the dummies into shadow wrestling once we get going here. But the biggest thing is what we want to do is I'm just going to bring you through a little routine, and you can mix it up any way you want, but all you need is a dummy. These dummies happen to be Supplay Limited. There's a website for them. I'm not making a plug for them, except for to say that they are the best in the business. And Ivan Ivanov is the entrepreneur that started this company. But you can get those online, and they hold up well and that sort of thing. First thing I'm going to do is just going to warm up. So all I do is I just pick up a dummy here, and I'm just going to toss him around. So I just pick him up, just right there. I pick him up here, and I just flip him over. There's different sizes too, and if you're a youngster and this is too heavy and you're struggling, you want to get something that you can explode to. So you want to get something that you can really explode to. And I'm just picking him up, and I'm exploding. As I start to get warmed up, and the younger you are, the better off you are as far as starting from cold, but as I start to warm up, I'll get in better position here, and I'll squat. And I'm learning to grab, and it's not just a slow lift here and then a hesitation and then trying to force it over this way and making it work this way. It's a grab, and it's a grab in explosive little increments. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm coming down here, I'm squatting, I'm grabbing. And I'm slapping at it and grabbing and gripping. And it's not like I'm picking up something off the ground where it's here like this. It's grabbing something to move it. That means I got bent arms when I'm grabbing. They're bent. They're not straight when I'm grabbing. They're bent when I grab. They're bent. And I'm pulling in there and I'm exploding up right there. And I jerk with every muscle in my body. I actually, if you see my toes, you can see my toes here. I'm not flat-footed here and picking it up this way. I'm not picking it up this way. Watch my toes here. I'm picking it up. I mean, my toes are moving there. I'm picking it up here. And I'm shrugging my shoulders. And I'm using my hips and my quads here. I'm picking it up here. Right here. I pick it up, throw it. Right there. I'm picking it up, throwing it. Right there. I'm picking it up, throwing it. Right there. You can come here too. Picking it up here. Picking it up. Picking it up. And experiment different places to grab. Different places to grab. That was a little more awkward. Picking it up here. And what I do is I pick him up, and it's rear end overhead. Rear end overhead. Rear end overhead. Picking him up here. Right there. That's one drill to warm up. Teaching, using my hips. Good wrestling position where I'm strong here. Good wrestling position in a finishing position where I have to come up and explode through. Those types of things. Moving on off that would be more specific to wrestling finishing. Head to the inside single. I'm here, squatting down in good position. See my head here? And this is a static start. And so this isn't really realistic. And so what I want to do is I want to get my feet moving, but not from out here because this isn't realistic. So I'm in here and I get my feet moving here. I get my feet moving here, grab and go. It's the same thing. I'm in good position, bent, good angles, shrug shoulders. You know, I know my neck looks smaller than it used to. And so I got to get in that neck machine. See how it's pencil neck now? But you should have like a tree stump neck. You should get in here. See here? No neck. Here, explode. I explode. Just like that. Pick it back up. Now, it doesn't stand sometimes. Like, see? And so there's an art to picking this thing up, too. Especially with this one. It's broke in pretty good. So I pick him up just like that. That's how he bounces. And the more you do it, the more you'll get used to it. You'll learn your timing. You'll learn, you know, the little details of it. So anyway, I'm getting in here. Now I go to my off side. I happen to be a lefty when I wrestle. This is my strong side. Now I go to my off side. I alternate. Again, I'm in here. My feet are moving. My feet are moving. I'm in really good position right here. Really good position. I lock and I explode. And it's not straight up where my feet are staying in the same spot. It's exploding from point A to point B. I'm coming right over to that side of the camera here. Exploding right there. Just like that. And again, I pick it up again. Back to my strong side. Right in here. Boom, 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 boom. Now I can start going here. Boom. That's another drill right there. That's head to the inside single. Now I'm going to do a head to the outside single. It's the same thing. Same position. I'm in here. Head to the inside single. Now I'm head to the outside single. I'm here, moving my feet, popping through. Just like that. Now I'm on my off side. Explode. Right there. You can see that it's a good workout. Talking along with this makes it a better workout. But good warm up. So anyway.